if you're one of the few who still owns one of these things, it is a 2008 Land Cruiser Prado 3-liter diesel. It's a pretty rare car in the Philippines. It's basically the predecessor of the Fortuners that came after it. It has a 3-liter 1K ZTE diesel, which is basically the forebear of the 3-liter and 2.5 diesels that went to the Fortuner, Innova, and the Hilux. The one, yeah, 1 KD. There you go. 1 KD and 2 KD. So, yeah, no, you cannot remap this car. It's too old. And the only thing that will work for this one is Unichip. As you can see, we have it on the dyno already. We're going to do a dyno test on this one. And if you notice that we have the back wheels and the front wheels mounted, because this thing is full-time four-wheel drive, which is why a lot of people complain why it's so slow. Because a four-wheel drive system normally takes away 60, 70, sometimes 80 horses away from whatever the published horsepower is. Case in point, Subaru WRX is rated at 320 horses. It's 240 on the wheels. Uh, that's the WRX STI. The old Fortuner, the 3-liter ones, they're rated about 155, 160. They're pretty much 100 flat on the wheels. Let's see what this thing's rated at. Let's ask Google, the almighty Google. 1 KZTE. 1 KZTE HP. Oh, there you go. 145 horse. We'll see what it makes on the dyno and how much horsepower gets sucked up. All right, so this is our baseline dyno, and it's 100 horsepower exactly. That's not bad. If this thing really is 145 horses only on the crank, and that means the full-time four-wheel drive system only eats up about 45 horses. That's not so bad. Or either that, it's whatever we got from Google's not correct. So this should be closer to about 150, 160, 165 crank than 145. So anyway, doesn't matter. We can have 300 crank horsepower, but if the wheel horsepower is only 100, it's really just 100. So from this one, you can see why people complain it's slow. At 22 RPM, it's making only 60 horsepower. That is already at full throttle. This is the todo tapak. And then nothing, slow, slow, slow. Then it suddenly spikes up near 3000 RPM, then drops off again. We aim to correct this graph also by not making it that peaky. Only Unichip can do that. So this is how the Unichip is installed. The computer box is behind there, behind the glove compartment. That's where it is. It's still the old style Toyota computer box with white terminals. The new computer boxes have a black terminal with a lever and a lock. No, this one is really old. This is basically the wiring diagram. This is the computer box side. This is the Unichip side. So from here, we're able to control crank, fueling. Oh, there's throttle apparently, because this thing is electronic throttle. Really? I didn't know that. Apparently it does. It's a very early form of an electronic throttle. There's no throttle cable. Oh, okay, that's good then. Because there is the version of the KZ locally that cannot be tuned. If there's also they say it's a KZTE, but I don't. We've seen it already. It's not this version. There's this one according to Unichip. It's 2004 up. So in the Philippines, pretty much 2005 up. There are Prados that are 01, 02, 03. Those cannot be tuned, even if they say the engine is 1 KZTE. No, those are too old, cannot be tuned because that thing still has mechanical injection, not this one. This thing is really one of the early direct CRDI engines of Toyota. So to be sure, here's what you do. You look at your throttle here. So if you still see a cable here leading up to the throttle pedal, no, then no, that cannot be tuned. It has to be something like this. This is the actuator itself, and that's the throttle over there. That's the easiest way to check. If it looks like that, then we can tune it. But just to make sure, you better bring it. We need to take a look at the terminals here. We need to take a look at the specific wire colors here to see if they match. Oh, interesting. And yes, only Unichip will work for this car because back in 2004, the word remap, reflash, I don't think was even in the dictionary yet. Well, it's an old engine. What do you expect? So there is gain. Don't expect too much like the modern diesels of 40, 50, 60 horses. So we went from 100 to 121 at peak. So that's maximum power here. But that doesn't tell the whole story. More importantly, here, we managed to increase the horsepower here from the get-go. That's about 55 to 75. That's 20 horse. 70 to, oh, 105. Oh, that's not so bad. That's 35 horse right there. And then this is about 30 horse, 30 horse, 30 horse, 30 horse. So this entire thing on average is 20 to 25 horses increase. So that's not bad considering it's a 2007 car.